I would like to begin this video with saying, yes, this title is exactly what this video will be about, but me personally, I would only want to attract one woman in my life. I would only attract one wife. I would only want to marry. However, it is necessary that I make this video, and it's necessary that I say it is possible to have autism and be attractive. The reason that I'm making this video is that through my life, I have autism myself, and I know a lot of people with autism, and through my life, I've been having a lot of conversations about romantic interests, and friends talking about it, both men and female. I know both men and female with autism, men and females with autism, and both of them tend to be really insecure about it a lot of times, especially men. But I have to say it, of course, because I am a man, I know more men than I know women. But a lot of men, including myself, when we were younger, we were like, well, people think that people with autism aren't attractive, and they don't want to have a boyfriend with autism, or they don't want to have a husband with autism, because it's just not an attractive thing to be in. But I have to say, that's more of like a belief system. Like, the more you make that a belief system, the more it turns into a reality. And I do know a lot of people with autism that actually like have a wife or have a girlfriend and have children and have a successful life. I know a lot of them, and they're very attractive people. They're very good looking and attractive personalities. Good looking looks, if you could say so. But they're very, yeah, and they didn't have like they have struggle sometimes, and sometimes they didn't, but it is a belief system, like, and it's in a lot of people that I come across them. And I have to say about women as well, a lot of girls with autism are really insecure about it as well. And what happens with women is mostly they get pretty easily in a relationship, but they seem to hold on to it, which results them in a lot of time them being in a wrong relationship, or in a relationship that's not good for them, but just because they're close to this person that they're in a relationship with, they don't want to leave because they settled. And which is unfortunate in a way. It is good if you're just, if you like to be in this relationship, if you like, if you like to be in a relationship with the person you're with, if you like him or her, that's that's good. That no, I can't say anything about that. But it gets unfortunate when you're not being healthy, when you're not being yourself, when you're not allowed to be yourself, and when you feel like you're in a toxic relationship. I feel like you have to leave. And this is what a lot of girls, especially with autism, well, they don't do it. They keep being locked in a relationship because they are too comfortable to get out of it, but they know that this relationship is toxic for them. And I've actually had a lot of conversations about it. I'm not saying it because I want to say it, it's just because it happens, and I have had conversations about it, and it's kind of worrying, and it's kind of something that should be worked on, something that we should talk about, because these problems, this happen because we don't really talk about it, these specific situations, this navigation of the world of life, of social life, for us people with autism is just a little bit more difficult. And we have to, like, sometimes literally get taught how to act in things before we know how to act in things. Like, things that seem normal for other people without autism don't seem normal for us. And especially social skills, are just like a little bit things that we can practice and we can improve in. I've improved in it a lot myself. I've seen other people improve in it a lot of themselves. I've seen people grow really good, and it's really possible. And also in a romantic relationship, everything is possible. But we have to practice it a little bit more, and I feel like it can be practiced more if we talk about it. We have to talk about these things, and yeah, that's why I talk about it, and that's why I talk about now in this video, especially about the insecurities, because that's one thing that I like should put out the way. I put it in a way, like, I make a lot of statements about it, but yeah, I used to make a lot of statements about it on social media, I'm going to make it again and again. I'm going to make a video like this again and again because it's just important for the world that we talk about these things, because I'm not seeing other, like a lot of other people talking about it. It's like people are too shy to talk about it, but it's really important that we talk about this specific thing, because it's necessary for the world that we tend to love ourselves even though our, well, tests, like even though we have autism, we shouldn't see it as a way to not accept ourselves, and a lot of people don't accept their autism, which is sad, because if you can't, like if you're autistic and you can't accept your autism, you can't accept a part of yourself, which is really sad, and that's why we should talk about autism in the first place. But it's like also romantic lives and autism. I feel like a lot of people are struggling with it, and a lot of people definitely struggling with what I'm saying, like what I'm starting here, what the title is. The insecurities, like that people don't believe that they can be attractive just because they're autistic. I've had this conversation a lot of a guy telling me in my face and saying, yeah, girls don't like me because I'm autistic. But that's a belief system. As I said, like that really is a belief system, because if you're this person, if you think that, like if you genuinely believe that, then it comes into the reality, of course. And if you're like, let's say you're not attractive, or you feel like you're not attractive, then why are there so many other people with autism that actually do have the success in their romantic lives that you get want to? Because there are a lot of people with autism that have girlfriends, or that have a wife, or that have the romantic lives that they want, the success that they want. So why couldn't it be you? Maybe you should just put a limited belief of autism being the thing that's making you unattractive out of the way. Maybe it's the thing that is making you unattractive isn't the autism, but it's just your own belief system, just your own confidence that isn't there. And you can accept your autism and still be confident about it. There are a lot of people with autism in the world, and more acceptance towards it. There are people who will never understand it, unfortunately. There are people who will never try to understand it, and I come across people like that as well. But it's the minority of the world, and I think a lot of people will like you the more that you accept yourself, and the more that you, well, are open about your struggles, about your autism, about how you're feeling. And that's just what I wanted to say here. So don't let anything or anyone or any self thing, like a self belief, don't let anything believe that you're not attractive or can be attractive because you're autistic. Because you absolutely can. You can be the best version of yourself. You can accept yourself, and to be the best version of yourself, you accept yourself, and you accept if you're autistic, your autism. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to say here. So I hope that this at least helped someone. Send this video to someone you think might help it too, and subscribe if you're interested in content like this. Turn on the notifications if you want to get notifications, because you won't get notifications if you don't turn on the notifications. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, because I will talk about this more and more, and the videos will improve. I'm obviously started, so I'm obviously small, but I hope to grow, and I hope to help people, and see you next time.